7 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's all about the money with Nhlanhla Makhanya.
Welcome back, dear listeners, to It's All About the Money on Vuma FM. When you hear that sound, you know very well that we are now having that privilege to speak to Mr. Kuhle Mthembu, our esteemed president of the Professional Speakers Association, KZN, and the visionary founder and the CEO of Mputuko Project, joining us to explore the multifaceted world of performance management. Mr. Mthembu, uhlezi kuyintokozo ukuthi sibe kanye nawe.
Kuyintokozo nakumina ukuthi ngibe nawe bamakhanya nabadlali emakhaya. We've
been at it since Monday, talking about performance management, and we have learned that it stands as a cornerstone in fostering a culture, I would say, of excellence within the organization. And also we've learned that it serves as a compass in terms of aligning employees with your strategic goals as a company. Now, help us then to recap and elaborate on how effective performance management practices can not only improve productivity, but also boost morale, engagement, and overall organizational performance. I'm sure you can gather that I've been learning.
I can hear that, Kakul Bamakanya, and it's really, really exciting to hear that. Well, I like what you've just into this performance management is serve as the compass. It was what is aligned as long it was same goal. The organization nayo umsebenzi ushuthi siyazi ukuthi nansi into esizama ukuyi-achieve, nansi na umgomo esiphokophele kuwo. So without the performance management, sike saveza akhona ama-organizations noma abantu abazothi nje I've never paid attention to performance management kodwa ngife nini or ngilimale ku. You tend to find ukuthi kulawo there is a lack of a direction. Sometimes this can lead to confusion and the ways that I've ended. Or sometimes the performance tends to be good at times, but we don't know how to measure the performance learn iyenzeka ngendlela ayikho consistent. Iyenzeka it's sort of like a finder, or maybe when a car that is driving on the square wheels, izinto ziyenzeka, but all of a sudden they will fall flat again and we don't know which is njani. So ilezo zinto esingahle sithuke siyibona if i-performance management ingenzeki. Kodwa if iyenzeka ngendlela bayasizakala bonke abantu abakhona because they know exactly where they are, and that's where the morale is boosted every or participant in your organization.
Then we are talking performance management, which is seems to be a method of tracking, work performance. Not only that, because I was saying to Mr. Mthembu, I've learned over the years and noticed that when you talk of performance management, people, they think, oh, it's only about work performance and my KPIs and I'm about to be fired. But I've learned that it's also about developing, their skills so that they can be able to contribute effectively towards a department or even a company's goal. Mr. Mthembu, as we embark on day 3 of our discussion, help us to understand, because I believe that you want us namhlanje to delve into Cobb's learning cycle and the pivotal role of motivation in driving sustained performance improvement. Help us then to understand, Sabashali, how can businesses leverage an understanding of individual learning preferences coupled with motivational factors, as we're talking about it. We cultivate this high performance culture because that's what everyone wants.
Well, mhlambe to embark answering lo mbuzo, we want to unpack what you've just mentioned, the Cobb's learning cycle. The reason why this is a business is Cobb's learning cycle, obviously, is to acknowledge umuntu wayekade discover cishe before all of us. Umuntu okwazi uku-analyze lento, then we will then call it the Cobb's learning cycle, just so they are referenced correctly on what they covered. But lento isiza ekuthenini siyabaqashi understand ukuthi abantu in general how are they learning, because sometimes sizosuke sijaha ukuthi sifuna ukumqosha umuntu kanti mhlawumbe nathi asi-understandi kahle ukuthi a general person uzoyifunda kanjani into, and mhlawumbe silekhe ne-opinion. Into esiyitholayo lapho ukuthi when you starting in general you want to be experimenting, kusho ukuthi there is that kind of experience ekhona before experimentation, kodwa there has to be some form of an experience in yento ukuthi ifila kanjani, and it moves over to ekutheni usufuna uku-observer what is it that actually happened while you experienced it, and you go on to conceptualize ke manje ukuthi and to uyifake of what you've been seeing, and then you reach a final stage of experimenting. Kusho ukuthi lapho usuchwepheshe usuzenza. If I were to go deeper into that, there will be what we call an adventure time. You don't know what you're doing. You just found yourself uligibela leli bhayisikili la kuphepha la kwenza in kodwa at least usuyi-experiencile le nto ukuthi ifeel yakho ni kanjani. Then after that you want to start having amehlo afana nawe spy ke manje, you observing ukuthi okay, when I'm doing this is what happened well, this is what didn't happen well, and that's why I fell into. Then now you get to a point where you put a thinking cap, you conceptualize things, usuyibambile i-principle yokuyenza leyo nto, usuyayicontrolize ngendlela, and you reach a point where you are experiment, usu-edda, you feel, usuya-improvise, usuyenza izinto ey'thile uvuma ukuthi ayi wazi wawuchwepheshe umuntu, but you've gone through this. So while senza i-performance management, we need to understand ukuthi abantu esibasizayo kuyona, they will be going through the kind of cycles. There will be a time engathi akakayiboni into, and there will be a time where okay ingathi sebeyaqala bayaogalana, and a time engathi seyibambile ke manje, and at the time like the experimenter khona se-excel at everything that they are.
Kuyazwakala, Mr. Mthembu. Now, in the ever evolving landscape of our workplaces, siyabona ukuthi inguquko zihlezi zikhona at all times. Now, from my experience, I've always shifted this responsibility to my human resource leaders or department. Now, tell me, is that the right way to do it, or will you recommend that an entrepreneur, a business owner, will be important for them to be involved personally when it comes to these things, or maybe they are just shifting the responsibility?
I mean, ukusebenzisa u-HR kuzo kakhulu, especially if ungakwazi ukuthi uspare aside imali ukube nawo, ungayiregard as if uyicompany encane, or utholeke the HR consultant, because kukhona ama-legal implications akhona whenever with i-fairness yokuba nabantu abasisizayo besisebenzela ukuthi sinabo kanjani, nanokuthi how do we get rid of them as well. There will always be those legal implications, and manje uma ungekho, uma ungenalo ulwazi olwenele, ungene-support system, you'll find yourself uyifaka kumalo system from time to time. So ukusebenzisa i-HR.
Okay, so then in case you're wondering, who are you with today? It is the same person that we always with Monday to Wednesday, our daily business coach, Mr. Kuhle Mthembu, who's here tonight to wrap up a conversation and a topic that we started on Monday, which is exploring the multifaceted world of performance management. You can comment. You like to comment when it comes to this or what we're talking about. You've experienced. You can share your experience with us. Share your comments and suggestions, in fact, that maybe other entrepreneurs can use when it comes to particularly non-performance, not just only non-performance, but you're looking at motivating your employees. You can call us on 073-709-1991. That's your WhatsApp line. Our studio line is 086-1010-300.
It's all about the money.
We are the only people on the planet that blame the white man for 95% of our problems, but still spend 97% of our money with them. Black people, we are the leaders in unnecessary spending. You know what unnecessary spending is? It's buying stuff you don't need with money that you don't have to impress people that you don't even know.
It's all about the money. It's all about the money. With Nhlanhla Makhaya. Only on Vuma FM.
Mr. Kuhle Mthembu, a daily business coach who's here Monday to Wednesday. He's still with us on the line, gracing us with his expertise on this vital subject that lies at the heart of many organizations, which is your performance management. Mr. Mthembu, we know understand the importance of performance management. But are there any particular strategies on how performance management can act as a guiding force during the times of change? You can say these employees, they remain engaged, because sometimes makhona inguquko ekhona emsebenzini. Sometimes siyasibona ukuthi abantu abahlaliseki kahle bayithole sebengakho comfortable bagcina sebehamba. Is there a way then to make sure that they remain engaged, adaptable, and maybe aligned with the organization evolving goals?
Isikhathi esiningi i-performance management izosiza ekutheni ukwazi ukumanage the change esuke ikhona. From time to time, obviously, there will be whether we are trying to incline to new heights where abantu bebekhona sebedinga ukuthi mhlambe even slightly more skills. That's where the performance management comes in. As we were exploring the core side, abantu bafunda kanjani, that's where it also comes in. But izolo sike sathi touch on a model, a Cat Lewin model. How do you introduce the change where you unfreeze the system, make everyone feel at ease with uguquko noguquko so lokhona, and then you introduce the change ukuthi ibe khona. Once again, that is under ngendlela, it's been eased into the system, then you refreeze. That's where the disciplinary comes in. If so, performance management at some point goes hand in hand with uber punitive, if which is in
No wonder people are scared of going into that office when they've been called and the agenda item is only one: performance management, especially if you know that you have not been performing. But I think, Mr. Mthembu, then I guess let's close it with feedback and coaching, because I think those are indispensable tools in the performance management toolkit, Mr. Mthembu, serving as a catalyst for my individual's development. Not lenda by abantu ukuthi mabese manager lapha uzu ukuthi engazi ukuthi kahle kahle ngesithunzi la uzizungelutho. Mhlambe help us nalabo abasesikhundleni abenza wana performance management who have been given that authority. Could you provide some insight into the art of delivering constructive feedback, and also nokwazi ukwenza some, I don't know if I can quite it right if I say it's effective coaching that not only addresses performance, but also that motivates employees to strive for excellence and continuous improvement, which is what we are all striving for.
Well, I like if usebenzisa the coaching, because with coaching most of the times what happens is umuntu usizakala kwi-level asuke kuyona, kusho ukuthi they have a chance ukuthi baveze what they understand, and you're assisting them at what they are saying at that particular time. Kusho ukuthi uthatha ama-ideas abo and just shape ama-ideas abo. So the coaching will always be one of the useful skills or useful tips zokwenza performance management, because it looks specifically ekuthenini ngikuyiphi level right now and I will be assisted la engisuke ngikhona ngalesi sikhathi, then we move on from there.
Well, Kazadin, I'm sure you've heard everything that you wanted to hear, and in case you didn't get to understand everything we're talking about since Monday, don't despair. We'll call him Mr. Mthembu. I'm sure he's going to share his contact details in case you need to connect with him. Mr. Mthembu, please do share.
Well, email uyangithola ku info@mthembu.com kuma social aqhubeka LinkedIn.
7 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's all about the money with Nhlanhla Makhanya, Monday to Thursday.